Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Romulan Klingons, and any other life form that's out there. I am Deadman, the game is Star Trek Online, and I have a little surprise for you. So, if we have a look here, you'll see that this is the new winter event ship, the Tier 6 Breen Carrier. And we go here, we'll close all that. Right, so here it is in all its glory. Now, last year, I found that I didn't really want the winter ship, the what is it, the flanking raider, Breen Raider. I forget the actual name of it, because well, these characters, weren't that way inclined. Now, what I've actually done though is I still ran them last year. I still did, my 1,000. Because I was like, well, you know what, if next year we get another one, I can get that. So I got this, I had to do one race, but here it is. It's the frozen croissant. I decided, because keeping in theme with the Breen and the fact that it looks like a croissant, we've gone with the frozen croissant. And I have to say, I'm actually pretty impressed. Look, for carriers are always slow. This one has a slightly more scienced focus. If we have a look at the skills, about equal in the consoles. We've got 4 on each. Engineering's a little bit lacking, but where I'm finding of course, science has its own only 6 weapons as well. But where I'm finding it's coming into its own is actually at its hull. Now, if you have a look at this hull now. I've actually maxed out one of the mastery skills, and I do have the hull maxed out. But at the moment, I'm sitting at 76,000, give or take, as you can see there. And I'm only at 57, so I'm not sure what this end number is going to be, but it's going to be pretty impressive. The other thing that I find very impressive with this ship is that there are some fantastic frigates. Now, this one is currently bugged in the sense of they're showing up as ultra rare purples, but they're not. These are just the normal ones that I paid EC for. Didn't put any dilithium or anything else like that on, and they're pretty impressive. Mainly because you use them with this wonderful console, which gives all your bridge officers a recharge time. Now, unlike other recharges, if you hit this one first before you hit a new rotation of a new skill, it won't kick in, unlike some of the others will, they'll still count it. This one doesn't, but it's still a pretty impressive cooldown. The damage reductions to the shield and to the resistance is pretty damn good, and make these raiders last a pretty good damn long time. I did the patrol missions, and I can't think of. I think I lost one, and I maxed out this ship, obviously, to show you guys, what the stats were. But I was pleasantly surprised that these frigates would, well, they're pretty damn tough. My only complaint is actually when you launch them, so I'll remove them and then put them back on. I'll show you. And we put it back on, and we'll launch once that cooldown's down. Is actually, if you have a look at these frigates, they're pretty big compared to the ship. And they launch from the side, and you get a good feel that these frigates are not as long, but certainly in its core as big as the carrier itself, and it's a little bit weird for them to come out of this winged section where these, does work for the fighters, doesn't work really for the frigates. I just don't know. But hey, look, that's just, the nitpicker in me. The rest of this carrier is pretty solid. Now, I know a lot of people say, well, the Breen carriers, the Breen ships in general are very meh. And don't compare to a lot of other ships. I wouldn't say that this is necessarily the case with this carrier, because the carrier, even though it's lacking in a lot of aspects, is still pretty damn impressive. And in this is the same as like a lockbox tier 6 ship, which means that we have, no instant slots. We've got, these 3 lieutenant slots, a lieutenant commander, and then a commander slot. Yeah, no instant slots. I mean, that's pretty impressive for one. And we've got, the full amount of consoles that others had previously. So, can't say anything really bad on that front. If anything, the turn rate for this baby is probably a little slow. I have found that you can make up for this. This is a cannon build, only because this character had only cannons before. As you can see there, it's turning very, very slow. But it being a Klingon character, you can make up for that if you have this skill, which is unlocked with the KDF Intel ship. So, look, I mean, and that stacks up to 10 times, as it says there. It's not as fast, so I would find that definitely going with beams on this baby would be the way to go. Because it's only got 6 slots, I would say use the anti-proton special one with this warp core and the omni beam from the Sphere of Influence mission, which you can get here. I'll show you. Yeah, this one and this would be the best. So yeah, look, and even if you go, well, I don't really like the Breen Carriers and everything else like that, but you want to get a carrier in the future, definitely get it, because this definitely comes in handy. This special, mastery trait. I just wonder if we heal. We heal there. See what happens. Maybe it's because of, well, no. We've got some effects there. Alright, so that they're not showing up on the list themselves, but you can see that they're going crazy effects, which is the skills in motion. So yeah, look, pretty impressive ship in the sense of at least the consoles and the skills. I have heard some people saying, and I myself originally thought, an axe to bat, just because I saw this universal and this engineering, and I forgot about the sciences. Now, there's a reason why no one uses axe to bat to science, because without any axe power, you will not have any of these skills actually working, and the cooldown will be affected. And like, I mean, if you want to, I normally would run a gravity well, but I actually on this tune don't have any one. But I would go, gravity well 3 and 1. If you do that to an axe to bat, it's really not effective, because there's nothing to draw upon. So I'm going to probably change a few things. I'm definitely going to change it so this character will be flying the ship. Yeah, look, it doesn't look too bad. It looks a hell of a lot better than the ones that they had for the NPCs. I hope that they update it to make them all look like this, because Tarcofags has really gone all out with this design. Even if it does remind me of a croissant, kind of unbalanced. Everyone likes croissants, so I highly recommend this ship for that alone. So yeah, look, I'm going to make a few more videos later on. Right at the moment, I'm just doing the winter event like everyone else is. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to say. The 3-piece bonus. Now, I do have all 3 pieces here now, but they're not as effective as you would think. Now, the problem is that the third effect, if you have a look here, is, sorry, I've been having my asthma come back a little, is the 20 weapon power cost, right? So, these things fire roughly around 10 point something. for the life of me, I can't see where it is. So much to take in. Right, they're roughly costing around 10 from 20. It's not that much of a difference. Oh, -7. Yeah, so 10.4. It's not much of a difference. I would definitely say, look, keep the Breen one. But if you're going to go with another one, I personally like the Energy Dissipator. The sensor field, I haven't found that as actually that effective at all. So yeah, I'd definitely say the Breen Dissipator. The only reason I say that is because you get a really good flow capacitor and something else bonus from them, but which is better than most of your actual Romulan science consoles. So yeah, countermeasures 34 and flow capacitors 34. So yeah, and this one's, as you can see, it does add plasma, but it's 31.9. So that's pretty good. The weapons things, well, it's only got 6 weapon slots, and we've got the Borg weapon here, which counts as kinetic damage, so it doesn't actually take that much of a drain anyway. So I'd definitely go all beams. I'm probably going to stick with the cannons with this one because I got these weapons when I was in another KDF fleet, which I left. Unfortunately, the new fleet I'm with, that me and a few friends made, is still level 1. We've just finished off the mine, and so it's going to be a very slow process. So and I know there are channels that we can use and get new stuff, and you can use other people's banks and things like that. But at the moment, we've got to get all these to level 1 first, and I would like to max this out before we use those channels. So it's going to be some time before I will be getting anywhere new weapons for it. Maybe we'll get some anti-protons with the crit ×3 for the crit D. But that's a little bit way off, because I still have to get some replacement consoles then. So look, overall, pretty good. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Like I said, it turns really slowly, but amazing amount of hull and much more than I was expecting. And pretty. You could make a very good tank build out of this. So yeah, DPS might suffer a little bit, but these frigates are just amazing. Can't really think of anything else really. That's just wanted to show that it does handle pretty well, like I said. Yeah, I got nothing else really to say apart from that. So look, so please subscribe. I will be having more put up, and now it's up to the feedback I get, which ships you want to see first. I do have all the ticks, the tick sips. Not that. That's not a thing. I'm making up stuff. No, I do have all the tier 6 ships. Is what I was trying to say. So the Federations are okay. The Pathfinder is actually not that bad. But what really impressed me was the Klingon ships and the Romulan ships, and I had, let's say, less than high hopes for those things. I was just getting it mainly because hey, I wanted to show you guys, and wanted to show the Fed stuff. But the KDF and the Romulan ships are really, really surprising, and really good. So I definitely want to do a review on those. But like I said, tell me which ones you want to see first. Subscribe, leave a comment, and I hope to catch up with you guys later. Have a good Christmas.